Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel codewithakky. How are you doing, guys? So I am back again with another Marine Stack project, which is a Medium 3.0 clone, and we will be using a bunch of technology to build this project right from the scratch. And if you are absolute beginner or you know the React and you are learning the full stack web development, then this project is ready to go for you guys. You can learn a lot of things how you can build a full stack project right from the scratch. So we will cover the niche concept of each and everything about a full stack web development here. We will be using React, Redux, MongoDB, Firebase, NodeJS, Express server, the Medium editor, a lot of things and bunch of things we will combine together to make this Medium clone 3.0 very simple. So in this video we will talk about the front end part as well as the back end part. So watch this video till the end and hope you will definitely like this video. Then smash the like button, and if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe this channel. Let's get started and see the demo of the build first of all. So as you guys can see here, we have the very nice home page of this Medium, and we have exactly built the same UI for the Medium here. So you can see here we have these things here, and in the bottom of the section you can see we have the trending story that is coming directly from our MongoDB database, and whatever we will write it here, you will get these things dynamically updating at the very bottom of the screen here now. So this is our home page here, and we have a section called our story section. This design, this nice sleek design, is exactly the same as the Medium. You can see here, scroll down here, you will have the two section here. So this is our story page, this is our the membership page. So here with the membership page, it's just exactly the same thing that we have built it here. This is our membership page, and this is our creators section. So here we have added two buttons, the start writing or the learn more segments. So these three pages that or the four pages along with the home page, so all these four pages are our public route. So anywhere, anyone without login, you can simply access all these pages. And the next one is the login page. So whatever we will see, the whole scenario is you will get after the login here. So we are using the Firebase sign up for Google authentication here. So here we will use the Firebase authentication and the Google provider for that. So you can simply log in it using that. So here, after this successful things going on and after the successful login, we will see or go back to our main page. You can simply share it the home page of for that, for the login user or the authorized user. So we have a bunch of options here. You can see here we have all the following or the who to follow list here, and we have a recommended for you section which comes all the stories that we have written or the other members have written on this. So you can simply get all the stories right from here. Okay, so this is our recommended for you section, and we have some of the bunch of the navigation bar we have. So we have a reading list here. So reading list is basically you can simply save whatever you are reading. You can simply save it directly go to our reading list, and from the reading list we will fetch all those things and read it like just I will show you here. So here, as we have added this to our reading list, now you can see here very nice UI for our story. So here is the full story, and we can simply read it right from here. So this is fully responsive, so you don't need to worry about any responsiveness for this. So you can simply make it happen here. Now you can see another aspects of that. We have a drop down here, so we will write a story. So we will go ladder to this. Then we have all the stories that I have or we have written. So here you will get all the list of the stories directly here. Okay, and the next thing here we have the list. So we have the bunch of lists there. So all these lists will go down here. So whatever you have added to the list, you will see the reading list from here. And the next segment is the story section. So here you will write your story from here. So how can write this? So let's test. for the testing purpose, I just write a story like learning MERN stack build using project. Okay, and let's add the description, and here we are using the medium editor. So for the medium editor, you just need to like write this. When you select all, you will get the bunch of options to format your description or the story here. So you can simply add the links, the headings, or the quotation, the bullets, the numbering, the subscript, the superscript, and there is a bunch of options for the medium editor. So you will visit the page of the npm package of the medium editor, you will get the bunch of options there. You can simply implement it here. So let's write a valid description. So this is a description, so like you can write this, and now when I click on this publish button, this will be published, and now you can see your whole story right from here. From here, so it will automatically redirect from there, and from here you can simply save it to our reading list, and it will simply go down and simply save to our reading list here. So now it is added to our reading list here, and this is the things we have built it here. So I hope you have definitely liked this tutorial or the build. Let's get started and build this project right from the scratch in the Visual Studio Code. Okay, so we have come to our Visual Studio Code, and here we just need to start our React application. And for starting the React application along with the template Redux, you just need to add a template Redux in the command prompt. So how you can do this? So very simple command, you just need to put it here. So let's move to our very right folder first of all. So here in the terminal, just need to put npm create React app, and here you can just give the name of the project. So let's give the name is medium clone, and here you just need to put a simple phrase which is a template, and here we will be using the Redux. So basically we will using the template Redux which will provide us a boilerplate Redux functionalities here. So we just need not to worry about the whole making the things from the scratch. So it will just provide us the boilerplate code, and we will simply edit that code and just build our just build our state for the user or manage the state directly from there. So it will take some time to create our boilerplate React application. Till the time, hold on. So after the successful installation of our boilerplate React application, now you can see here we have this project directory, and here we have the package.json. So first of all, we will start with installing the dependencies that we are needed to build this front end first of all. So first of all, we will install all those dependencies here. So for that, just open a terminal once again, and here using the npm, first of all, we just need to install a very important library, that is the ant design, that we will be using for the drop down or the loading state or icons that we will be using here. So for that, we will using the ant design here. Next, we will using the Axios for making the request. Simply making the Axios will be helpful for making our requests, basically for the API requests. So we will be using the Axios for that. Then we will using the Firebase as authentication. We will see how you can set up your Firebase project into the Firebase console. So you will definitely going to see that also. So we will install the Firebase npm package for that particular thing. We will be using the medium editor. So medium editor will provide a very nice formatting thing, and it is a very lightweight, so you can use this medium editor. Okay, so then we will using the moments for basically formatting our time. So whatever the time we will get, we just format the time to format the time with the help of the moment. So we will use that. And next we will be using the React content editable for writing the story. So for writing a story, we will using the React content editable. So let's put it content editable. And next we will be using the React HTML parser, which will parse the HTML and make the code easy, make the things easy to read, or it simply parse it using this React HTML parser. So it will parse the HTML and make it readable. Okay, and we will be installing the React Redux. So as you can see here, we will be using the Redux JS toolkit along with the React Redux to create the state management for this. So for that it will be helpful for this. Okay, so these are the things. And apart from that, very important thing that you just need to install is the React Router DOM for navigating, switching the web pages. So we will be using the React Router DOM, which is very essential for that. We will be using this for routing our application to the different pages and switching, and just like making the things happen from one page to another page. For that we will be using the React Router DOM. So let's hit the enter button, and it will install all these dependencies one by one. Okay, it is throwing the error because there will be a mismatch of the version for the npm. So we can simply do npm force. So forcefully we will install all these dependencies one by one, and it will be simply populate in our package.json here. Till the time it is installing all the dependencies, let's just open the source folder, and inside of the source folder you will get the bunch of things here. So let's remove this bunch of things because we are not going to use that, the test file or the setup text.js, the logo.svg, and these things we are not going to use that. So let's delete that. So I've just delete these things, and now this is our main page. We can call it like a very important page, and this is our index.js page. So here index.js page, you can see here we have the store, or we have the provider which is already bootstrapped or simply scaffolded here. So you can see you just need nothing to do with that. You can simply use this. Here you can see we have the store.js for the configuration for the store, and we have the features here for basically creating our state for the user. So we will do it later. So stay with us and build the project along with me to this, so you can definitely make this project happen, and you can definitely build it by its own. Okay, so now here in the app.js, you can see here we have the whole header section. So let's remove this header section first of all, and just put a text here. Hello, we are building medium. So here we have just added this line here just for the sake of testing purpose. So whatever is the things is running or not. So let's save this, and now the things come to start our React application. So here you can see all the packages has been installed here. Now we will start our React application using npm start. So let's say start it. So it will start our React application inside our favorite browser. It will open a pop-up for our favorite browser, and from there we can simply check or debug our React application. So now you can see here it is running by default on the localhost 3000, and you will see there will be a hello from we are building a medium clone. Is this text we are talking about, it will be running, or simply you can see here it is running. Oops, what we have seen here, it is by default at the center align, but we don't want this any default styling. So for that, what you just need to do, you just need to simply go to your app.css, copy all the things here and just delete that, and now save this. You will see all the default styling will now be removed, and now you can see here it is started from right from there without any styling here. Apart from that, one more thing you just need to do is just a simple setup here inside of the index.css. So here you can see here in the index.css we have a bunch of things like the font family or the whatever things here. Just leave everything as it is, and here we just add the padding or the margin for all the pages that we will create. By default we will just give the padding or margin to 0, which gives a very smooth design, or which makes our design the page very easier. So the things are done here. Now we are ready to go and just build the first home page like this inside of there. So let's log out here. Okay, first of all, now we are ready to build this home page first of all. So as you can see here, we have the header section, we have the middle section, and we have this trending section here. So you can see here the header section, middle section, and this section. So in React, everything is all about the components, and the components is the heart of React. So whatever you build, you just need to reuse that particular component, so that you just need not to write the code for that things again and again. So we will use that particular component everywhere. Now you can see here we have the home page, and we have the same header in the membership page, the story page. So first of all, what I will do, I will create a home page with a header component first of all. So for that, your project setup should be like this. So for there, you can simply create a folder with the name of components. So just give the name components like this, and inside of the component, we just create another folder with the name of home page. So this is our home page, or simply you can call it like a home page or the landing page, whatever you call it. So this is our home page, and this folder will, inside of this folder we will create our components there. So we will make the whole things a very separate, so that so when you debug the things, you can simply go directly to that folder. It just make our project very nice, or it will be very cleaner, right? So we will use that thing. So inside of this home page, just create a file with the name of index.js, and inside of the index.js we will, let's create the first of all index.js file. So here index.js file, we will first of all create the snippet that we will be using. So this is the snippet for creating a functional component with the export statement. So for this, we have just created the basic snippet for this index in the index.js. So in the index.js, basically what we have three things. We just need to take care about the header section. As you can see here, this header section here, let's go to the home page. So this is our header section here, right? So we just need to create that header section first of all here. So let's create that. Let's remove this name here from this. Okay, so here we have this div, and here we will create, just give the name of the home header. So that's like we have the home header, and for that you just need to create another file with the name of home header. So let's give the name home header.js. So here same, you can create a same snippet for this. So just we are creating a modular component here, so you can simply make the styling or making the flow very clear. So we just create everything is a modular way. So this is our home header component here. So here in the home header component, we have the logo. You can see here we have this logo of the medium, which is a SVG, and we have this bunch of things here that is going on here. So what I will do, we will first of all design our home header, then we will move towards our middle section or the rest of the thing later in this build. Okay, so inside of this home header, we just remove this div first of all. Let's remove that, and this is header. Okay, let's give it the name of the header because it is a header, and inside of this header, let's create a div first of all. So this is our div. Let's close it. So this is our div. Let's give it a class name. So here just give the class name here. So let's give the class name of his header, and this div component, like we just copy it. Okay, so we have a div. Now we have a div, and we have this inside of this, we have just given the name of the header. So we have two sections in the div. First one, the logo section, and the navigation section. So for the logo section, we just give it the name of the div. We just create another div with the name of the class of header left, or we just give the name to the header right. So let's create that. So inside of this div, let's create another div like this, and here we just give the name to this div header left. So this is our header left, So this is our header left here, and here we will add our SVG of the medium. So let's grab the SVG first of all. So we have grabbed this SVG for our logo. So let's collapse it. So it is a very heavy SVG. This is the SVG that we have grabbed here. Okay, so this is our header left section, and next our header right section. So let's create another div for our right section. So here we can simply create another div just like this, and this is our right section here. So we just give it the name to the header left, to the header right, and here inside of the header right we have a bunch of options like our story, the membership, the right, sign in, and the button too. So what I will do, I will just create another div inside of this, and we just give the class name to the header right options. So for that we will just create a styling. When we will do the styling, for that we will simply create these things, and we can simply do the styling very easy for this. So this is our header options, and inside of the header options we will create a particular div for each option. So for that we will just create another div. Let's close this div here. So we have just created another div with the class name header option. So let's make sure the alignment is matching. Okay, so this is our header option here, and inside of this we have a, just give the name of this option, just we can add a span. So a span, and inside of the span the first option is our story, just like this, and just copy it down. So let's copy it. Okay, and now you can simply paste it for the things. So first of all we have the story, then our membership, then right, or then sign in. So this is our story, this is our membership, so this is membership. Next one is our right, so this is our right, and the next one is sign in. Okay, so these things. Okay, the next one is sign in. Got. Next we have a button, so let's create a button also. So button is basically here is for the get started, so we'll just create a button too for that. So let's create a button, just give it another div within just give the class name for the button. So just give the class name header right started. So we will be doing the core CSS stuff here. So for creating this, so you can simply get the concept of the flexbox and how the flexbox working. The bootstrap or the third-party library for creating the UI is perfect for a large application. If you don't have a base for the CSS, so you will not going to use that bootstrap thing or the third-party library. So you just need to clear the basic first of all using the core CSS, then you can go for any third-party dependencies or the libraries for the styling purposes. So here we will be using the core CSS functionality to create this whole responsive website, right? So here we have the button, so let's create a button inside of this span or whatever. We can simply put it inside the span. It makes our styling easier. So let's create another button. So this is the button, and just give it a name, get started. So this button is just given is the name, the get started. So we are done with the header section. So here we have just created the structure of the header. Now the things come here, how you can simply save this. Let's close this. How you can show this header section here. So how we will do this? So first of all, you just need to import this header, home header here. So we just need to import it, and inside of this app.js you just need to import first of all the browser router or everything like switches and whatever the thing. So apart from that, so we just need to create the things from there. So let's import the things from the React router down. So let's do import from React router DOM. So inside of from the React router DOM, first of all, what we will need, the browser router, the routes, and the route. So these three things we will need it. So here we have just added the browser router, routes, or this thing. Okay. So here we have the here we have a div with the name of app here. So here inside of this, we just put it this and simply remove the whole thing here and just remove it, and here we just add a div, or here we have the browser router. So let's create a browser router, and inside of the browser router we have the bunch of routes. So here inside of the browser router we will have a bunch of routes. So inside of the browser router we have routes. So here we have routes like this, and inside of the routes we can give here the route like this. So this is our route. Okay, so okay, let's close this like this. Okay, so we have the route here. Got it? So inside of the browser router we have the routes, all the routes we will add it, and here we have this particular route. So here we will use where we have to simply create a slug for that. So for this we can simply add the path. So from on which path we are going to show that. So we are creating the home page, so we just give it the name of the getting started, and which element we want to render. So we can add the element here. So here I will want to render the home page. So here you can add the home page just like this, and in here you just need to import the home page here. So let's import the home page. So this is how you just need to import the home page. So inside of the components we have a home page just like this, and here we just give it the name home page. Got it? So this is our route for getting started. So this is how you can simply use this. So let's save this, and now you can see if you go back to here, so on the home page we don't have anything. So we just need to switch back to our getting started page. So this is our getting started, and now this getting started page we just need to show our home page, so the header section here. So we just need to do that. So let's go back to our code. So here inside of this we have added the getting started, and this is our home page. So let's go back to this and save this index.js, and you will see this everything is now coming here. And now we just need to do the CSS stuff for this to create this particular thing. So for the CSS stuff, inside of the home header homepage.js, we just create another folder with the name of CSS. Sorry, not a file. We just need to create a folder with the name of CSS, and we just give it the name index.css. So let's give the index.css name of the file here. Okay, so index.css, and we are just giving the name here index.css. We need to import that also. So let's import this index.css. So let's import that. So from inside of this we have the CSS, and inside of the CSS we have index.css. So we have imported that CSS file inside our homepage.js, and we can now do the CSS stuff for this. So let's do that. So we have added the CSS for this header section, as we have pasted the CSS from the GitHub repository, because it takes a lot of time to create the CSS from the scratch, and you will get the link in the description for the GitHub link. So for the repository, so you must give the references to that CSS. If you are creating your own CSS, then it will be good, and if you will stuck at any point of time, so you can go to refer the CSS for that particular section here. So we have added this CSS here, and now let's save this. You can see a very nice CSS for this will be implemented it here, but it looks not too good here because we just need to create this. So we just need to make it this happen first of all. So we just need to design this thing, rest of these things here, right? So let's go back to our code, and here you can see inside of this we have the header right, and we have the header right options button. So here let's go back to our homepage header.js. So we have the header right, and we have the header right options, not options button. So here we just need to remove this because it is creating the issue. Okay, so now here we are done with that. Now let's save this. You can see it is now fixed here. So now this is our things. We are done with this. So we are done with our header section here. Now let's create the middle section, which is this section we will create. So let's create the middle section. For that we just create another file, and we just give it a name, home main.js or the main.js. So you can simply add this. So again, for this we just need to create a snippet for that. So let's create the snippet. So we have the home main, and inside of this home main basically we just need to write this stuff. The medium is a place to read, write, and now the next section is this and this. So we have 3 segments, or simply we can call it, we have the 3 div for that. So let's create this. Okay, let's create this. So we have a div, just give it the class name. So just give the class name here, the main, and here inside of this main we have a container. So we just wrap everything inside of this container. So let's give it the main name of this main container, like this. So we have this main container, and the main container we have another div which is particular content. So we just create another div, and we just give it the name main content. So this is the main content, and main content is this. Let's copy that, and here let's paste it down. So this is the content here. So basically we just have this medium is a place to read, write, and connect. So here we will add a break for the line break here. So we just add the line break here. Here we just add these line breaks. So here, so we have added the line breaks here. Okay, so this is the middle section, the middle main content. Now the next thing is this. So let's create another div for this description section, whatever we call. We just add it here, just give it h6 heading 6 here. So let's give the h6 here, h6, and then simply paste it down here. So this is the heading 6 that we have given here, and the last thing is our button. So let's give the button here. So this is our button. Okay, so we are done with this, and now for the button we just give the name start writing. Got it. Okay, so we are done with this. Now let's save this. You can see here the things is coming. No, it is not coming. You know the reason why? Because we have not added this home main inside our index.js. So here you just need to add this home main. So we just need to add this home main here, and now when you save this, you will see that things is coming down here. Now the next thing that we need to do is to just adjust the CSS for that. So this is the CSS for the header section. So let's add a comment down here. So let's add a comment CSS for header, and now we will add the CSS, or simply paste the CSS here from our GitHub repository, because it takes a time if we do the CSS, the video will be very long. So I totally recommend you write your own CSS, and whenever you are stuck in the CSS point, you can definitely go and check out the things where you have stuck there. So you can simply go to the GitHub repository for that particular thing here, and you can simply create the CSS for that particular thing. So now we are adding the comment CSS for home main. Okay, so this is the CSS for the home main. Now let's add the CSS here. So we are adding the CSS for this main page. So I've added the CSS here. From this point, this is the CSS for the main page. Okay, so we are adding this thing. Okay, so this is the CSS for our home page, and now when I save this, you will see the design here, but it is not looking as we are thinking. So we just need to fix that. So as you can see here, this things, it should be in a h3 tag. So because you can see here, this is our h3 tag, so we just need to add this thing inside of this h3. Let's put it inside of this h3, and this is h3. Okay, so now let's copy it and paste it down here. Okay, so now you can see here, this thing is going here. Now the next thing is this and the button section here. So we just need to fix that button section and this section here too. Okay, so as you can see, we have these things in flex here. So we just need to add whole thing inside of this column. So for that, we just need to put everything inside of this div, so that you can see, if you check the CSS, so here you can see we have the CSS here, and we have the main content of the flex direction column. So here when I add this, you will see it will be changed, and now you can see here it is placed right here. But we just wanted to fix it to move like inside of here, like from there. So for that, we just need to fix it that. So we have removed this justify content space between, and now it is looking like okay. So we have a warning for this invalid property about the class name. So anyway, we are using the class name, so let's check it out. So anywhere we are giving this class, so that it is giving me the error for this. Okay, so here we can now see here, we have done this thing, and now it is looking alike here, but it is way too there. So let's make it to this, align to this thing here. So what we have added here, we have added another div here, so that when I will use when I do this justify a space around, so it will simply create an empty space right here, so that it will be aligned there. So we have just created a simple div, added a simple div here in our code to align it as we are doing it here. Okay, so we are done with this. Now our next thing is this trending section, where we have these things here coming down here. So for that, let's do just create a folder with the name of the recommended post here. So let's create a file, basically not a folder. We just create a file of the recommended post, post.js, and just create a export functional component like this from the help of this snippet. And here inside of this recommended post, so we have three things. First of all, we have this icon along with the trending medium. Okay, let's go back to this, and we have this particular section for each and every story, and each and every story is a UI responsive, but it is now breaking for some breakpoints, so we will need to fix that too. Okay, so we will use the grid for that thing, so showing this 3x3 or the 2x3 or 1x1. So we will use the CSS grid for that particular thing. Okay, so we have this trending medium section, and we have all the blogs section here. So let's create this thing. So here we have this recommended post. We have created a file here, So let's split the screen and side by side see the results too, which makes the things very easier. So here we are. Okay, if let's zoom it. Okay, so now let's zoom out. Okay, here we have this recommended post and we have this div. Let's say we just give the class name. Okay, and we just give the name class name to the post, and the same div we will use this to add our post container. So this is our post and this is our post container div. Okay, and let's grab this and put it inside of this div, right? So let's perfect this styling first of all. So this is for this and this is for this. Okay, so inside of this post, so we have this post, or inside of this post we have this post container, and the post container contains three things: the post top, this section, this is the bottom section. So let's paste another div and just give the name of this div to the post top, and let's do this. So this is the post top section here. Okay, and here inside of the post top section we have the SVG for this. So let's grab the SVG of this first of all. So this is the SVG for the trending. So this is the SVG for the trending. You can see this trending icon for this SVG, and we have the text with the name of trending on Medium. So here this is the text here. So let's go and add the text with the name of trending on Medium. So we will add the text after this SVG inside of this span. So let's add inside of this span, and here we just give it the name trending on Medium. Okay, let's trending on Medium. Okay, so this is our trending on Medium span here. Now next we just need to create our post here. So for that we will just create another div. So let's create an okay, now just copy a div statement here. So let's create another div, and here just give the class name. So just give the class name of this recommended post wrapper. So this is the class name that we have given here, and let's create another div for the container. So this is another div. Just give the class name for the RCM post container, like this. Okay, so inside of this we have all the posts. So for this we will just create another div. So let's give it the name div here, and just give the name of the class, and here we will just give the name of the class RCM posts, and here we have the particular post of this. So we will copy the same div and paste inside of this for the particular post. So this is for the particular post. Okay, so this is for the particular post, and we will have what we have three things. One is the number, another is the name of the creator, and next is the title, and next is the date and the minute read, how much time it will take to read this thing. So here we have this thing. So what we will do, we will just create a React fragment or for the RCM post. So here this is the RCM posts. So let's create this RCM post, and we have three sections. One is left and one is right. So we just create a two div. Let's create a div, another div inside of this RCM post, and just give it this name RCM post left. Here you will see the DOM, how you can create a very complex UI with this div statement. I know this can be better done with this bootstrap kind of thing, the tailwind, the CSS, everything you can apply it here and you can create that. But the core CSS is the major thing for the beginners or for advanced users who are not giving too much importance to the CSS, the core CSS. But core CSS is very important for you guys if you want to see how these things going to work here. So you just do create a core CSS for the project for this thing. So you will learn the flexbox, how to use flexbox, the grid, CSS grid, and how the animations, the keyframes, you will go to add it here. So these things are, you can simply learn it from there. So this is our this is how you can do the nesting, the multiple nesting of the div, and just create a particular design, and you can simply target a particular design and do the CSS stuff for that. So we have this RCM post left. Here we just need to give a span for the counter. So we'll just add a span here. This is for the counter. So this, let's give it to the 1. So this is our left section. Then we have another div. So let's paste it down. So here we have the RCM left, and then this is our RCM post right. So this is our right section. So here in the right section we have two things, the top content or the bottom content. So here we will create another div for the top content. So here this is our div. Let's do this. So this is our RCM post content. We can simply edit this content here. So content. So this is our RCM post content, and here inside of this we have a top section. So here we'll create another div for the top section. So this is the RCM post top, right? And here we have an image. So let's say we have an image tag. So let's create an image tag here, and here we have a source for the image, and here we will have a alt for that image. So let's give the alternate, the fallback name for the image is, just give the profile, yeah, or else call it a logo. So here we have this source. So like copy the URL image address and simply paste it down here. So this is how we have added it here. So we're just creating the structure, basically the UI first of all, then we will move to the major concepts of integrating it to the backend and integrating the data or the API using the REST API to this to make it fully functional. So first of all we will create the UI part of this. So it is very important for creating the UI part. Then we will move to the next part, which is our next section for this, for creating the backend kind of stuff. Okay, so this is the thing. We have the image, and after this image we have the name of the story writer, so creator. So we have a span. Let's give the name. So this is the span, and for the span just give the name here for the username and just give it the name of the blog, right? So this is our span here. So this is the name, and the next one is the content, basically this thing, this title thing. So here we will have the content. So for that let's create a div, another div for adding the content. So this is the div, and just give it the name. This is the test title. So this is the test title that given the name inside of this div. So let's wrap it inside of the p tag. So let's wrap it inside the p tag here. Okay, so let's copy it and paste it down here. So this is the p tag. We have just wrap it inside of this p tag. Okay, so we will later do the styling for this. Okay, so we have these things here now. The next let's give the name of the class, or else give the class name here. So here we have just given a class name. For this is the content like this, and here we have this footer, and footer section is the contains the name or the how much time it will take to read this. So this is the minute read here. So let's create another div. So let's copy it, paste it down here. So instead of the content, just give it the name of the footer. So footer, we have a span. So let's give the span. Let's create a span tag. So inside of this span, whatever we will add two things. One is the time, and another is the minute read. So how much time it will take. So here we will add the sample time here. Like post here. Let's add the sample time. Let's give it 01082022. Okay, and here we will add a 2-minute read. So here we have just add the 2-minute read. Okay, so we are done with this. So here we are done with this, and now let's save this. And what we just need to do, we just need to add this index.js inside our add this recommended post.js inside our index.js. So let's add it, recommended post. Now let's save this. Okay, so when you go back to our there, now you can see here everything comes it here. Now we just need to design it exactly the same as it is looking like here. So we just need to design it exactly like that. So for that, let's go back to our index.css file. Okay, let's go back to this VS Code, and inside of this index.css, where we will add the CSS for the recommended post. So let's add the CSS for recommended. So we can add the CSS for the recommended post here. So inside of this CSS, we just need to paste it down here. So here I'm now pasting the CSS for this recommended post. So here is the CSS for this on all the breakpoints. Here we have added this CSS grid. So here you will definitely see the grid functionality or the grid concept here. Now you can see here, this is the grid, we have added it here. So this is the thing, you can simply definitely get it from there. So I hope you just create your own CSS, and whenever you are stuck in the CSS part, you get the reference from here. And now let's save this. Now you can see here we have added this here, but it is a single story. Now what if we just add a multiple recommended post here? So we just need to copy it and paste it down in this section. So let's copy it and paste it down here. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So we have added pasted for the 9 times. Now you can see here this is breaking in a 2x2, right? It is breaking in a 2x2. When we can make it a 3x3, we just need to play it around inside of the CSS of the grid. So here you can simply add the repeat here. So you can simply add the repeat of 3, and here just give the auto rows to 200. So let's give the auto rows 200, and the grid cap just give the 1 FR, which is perfect. Now let's save this and just give it a 2. Let's save this. Okay, so you can see here when I make it longer, now you can see here there will be a 3x3 grid, and here it is just taking this small part of this. So for this you just need to fix it. You just need to take the whole space here. So we just need to play it around here. So you can simply play it around from here, and you can simply add the 2FR here for just giving the sake of this. So here you can see here this is a 3x3 grid. So whenever the content is we have the content longer content, it will be stretched back to there. So we just need to fix it and play it around just giving the flex rows and everything here. So just put it back as it is earlier. So let's create it, or you can simply play it around here. Just give it the grid template rows like 400 something. Save this. So here inside of this we have the breakpoints. We have added it here. So maximum width, if the maximum width is 600 pixel, then it will be a 2 by 2 for the it is a display flag. And when we have a much larger screen, so we have the repeat of 2 and this thing. So here you can simply add the repeat of 3. So here you will see this thing is coming a 3. If we add the repeat of 4, you will see this thing comes down in a 4. If we add a repeat of 5, you will see it will be in a 5. So this is, you can simply play around it. Simply give the breakpoints here, so you can simply add these things here. So this is how it is working here. Now we are done with this segment, the last section here. Now our next section that we just want to fix it, created our story section, the membership, right? And then we have this sign up functionalities, right? Then we will move to the user section there. So this is a long project, like the UI section takes much time. So you can create your own UI section. I will not going to create this our story or the membership. You can simply create it by yourself, or you can simply get a reference from the GitHub repository. We will just create a model for the pop-up, and we will see the Firebase authentication, how the things is, how to integrate the Firebase authentication right here in the project here. Okay, so now let's move to the next part of this. So we just need to set up our ant design. So for setting the ant design, you just need to go back your index.js, and inside of this index.js you just need to add an import statement for the ant design. So basically, so here for ant design we just need to manually add the CSS for the ant design, this statement. So here we will use the ant design drop down or ant design model. So for that we just need to add the CSS ant.css inside of index.js. So this is the very first part of this, and for very first part of this medium clone. So where we have created the home page. In the next part we will cover the user authentication part. We will create the model, we will create the drop down, and here we will set up the user authentication part. We will create a Firebase project and do the Firebase authentication. We will also see the login and the logout functionality from this. So I hope you will definitely like this first part of this medium clone. Let's we will move to the next part. So let's meet in the next part. Till then, if you have any query or suggestion, do comments below your queries or the suggestion, and we will definitely looking to reach out here in the comment section. And if you have a special message for you, so you can definitely join this community and take the membership of it and use the special perks for that. So enjoy your day. So have a nice and awesome day. Take care.